everyone, and welcome to a video that I need to make room on my camera for. Whew, if that's not any indication of how this video is about to go, I don't know what is. And I don't know what this video is exactly. I have a very loose version of what I want it to be in my head. But that being said, I basically have 2 bullet points of dermatillomania and mental health. And somehow I want to make that into a video that will be worth your while and also worth mine. I feel like anytime I make one of these videos, I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but then at the same time, I feel like even though I am repeating myself, it's stuff that I need to repeat to myself, and I think it's something that other people also like to be reminded of, or that it's good for them to hear a second time around, etc, etc. Yeah, hi, my name is Cassie. I have dermatillomania amongst a plethora of other mental disorders that so fun to deal with, and definitely come in waves. They come and go in, well, they're always with me, and mental illnesses are always with everybody. It sucks. But it is a fact of life, it is a fact of being human, and it is something that I am trying to figure out and trying to deal with in the best, most healthy way possible. So, dermatillomania. Why do I feel the need to talk about it? Well, I have been getting requests from you guys like, hey, how's your dermatillomania going? Especially because not too long ago, maybe it's been like a month, but a couple, either way, recently, you know, my skin on my face was not doing so hot. A, because I was breaking out, but then B, because I was picking at it severely, and when you do foundation and makeup reviews here on YouTube, it's kind of obvious when you're struggling with these things, you know? It's not something you can easily hide. Nor is it something that I think I or anyone else should have to hide. Like, it's a part of me. It sucks, and I hate it, but it is what it is. And for the most part, on my face, I'm getting it under control. However, I feel like I have touched on this on a couple of videos. I went through a thing where I was down and out for a couple weeks, but I'm okay. All is well. Don't worry. We're getting through it, and all will be well. It will be for the best in the future and all of that. But however, when we are going through these times, when we are down and out, be it mentally, physically, or both, we fall back on old habits that we have learned to self-soothe ourselves. Some people are lucky in that they developed very young, very good, healthy habits to soothe the self. Well, I, for whatever reason, did not. I developed dermatillomania, and that became my saving grace. That became my self-soother, and as much as I hate it, like I've said a million times already, it is what it is. And like I said, old habits die hard. So yeah, that's what I'm working with right now. I'm not looking great, but on this arm, look at that. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yet, being me and, you know, someone who has depression and whatnot, it's hard for me to focus on being mostly good and only having one problem area, one large problem area, but only one! Only one! And that's huge. So what I guess I'm trying to say is that for my dermatillomania check-in here, for those of you who care, because I do also need to keep reminding myself that you guys do care, and that means a whole hell of a lot to me. But it's also something I very much so struggle to accept, is that you all, well, a lot of you anyways, or the majority of you anyways, do actually care about how I'm doing and about my mental health. And so I am here to tell you that I am mostly doing okay. I'm doing much better. I mean, in the fact that I can sit here and make a video, but also in the sense that I'm doing much better in that I am gaining awareness of myself once again, and at least now I am becoming aware of these old habits. I think that's something, you know, trying to turn this all into a positive. I think I can see that even though I am not perfect, I will never be perfect, and that sucks because in my mind, I am so self-aware of how imperfect I am. And so like the fact that I think, well, I guess I should say it this way. It's not that I think that I have the ability to be perfect, but for whatever reason, I think it's because other people don't have mental illnesses or my specific mental illness, dermatillomania. For some reason, that means that I can also not have my mental illness. Well, they've been able to overcome it. Why not me? No, they didn't ever have to overcome it because they never had dermatillomania. Like, you can't compare yourself. You can't compare yourself. You can't compare yourself. And I think I get stuck in that. A lot of us get stuck in that. Comparison is joy's biggest thief, or the biggest thief of joy. Isn't there a saying along those lines? It's very true. Now think of how awesome it would be if we didn't compare ourselves to others. I think the happy people out there already have this very figured out. But like, if we didn't compare our successes, our looks, our talents, our haves and not haves, etc., etc., it would be so much easier to look at our lives and be like, wow, look at the things that I do have and have accomplished. That's pretty cool. Instead of, oh my gosh, look at them. They're, you know, my same age, or they're younger than me and they're more successful than me and they're prettier than me, or they're thisser than me, or they're thatter than me. But I'm trying. I'm trying really hard, especially now that I have been trying to reground myself. You know, my awareness has kicked in. I think I was alluding to this, or I started a sentence not too long ago saying, you know, I think I have to give myself a slight pat on the back, a big pat on the back. Cassie. What is it called? Where you like diminish your accomplishments, or you put yourself down even when you're congratulating yourself, so you're really not even congratulating yourself, you're still just putting yourself down. Like, that is my critic. My critic is loud. My critic needs to shut its freaking pie hole. We will get there. I am getting there. I am getting back to that. That is one big thing that I learned in therapy while I was in therapy, and I'm trying again. But just the fact that I was able to be aware pretty much immediately when I started picking pretty badly, you know, here again, and I knew right away exactly what I was doing. And before, I can't say that. You know, like, certainly before therapy, or like before I was on the doctors, or before whenever it was, you know, I would be picking, and it would be, you know, days, weeks, however long, until I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is the problem. But somehow, I think through hard work, right? This is something I've been working on for months and months and months. Through the hard work, I have been able to become aware immediately when I started picking at this. You know, like, I immediately knew, like, Cassie, no, stop, Cassie, stop, you know, like, you shouldn't do this is bad, blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, my brain was also going into, but oh my gosh, the stress relief, though. It feels good, though. Like, this is a nice, relaxing thing, though. And it is, and it sucks that it always will be to me. Like, I don't think picking will ever not be a stress relief / self-soother to me. I don't know that that's possible. I really don't. And that is really hard, but you know, we all have something. Being able to recognize those weaknesses, I think, is big, because then you can at least work on them. Like I said, is this video gone anywhere? I don't know. I just, like I said, you guys wanted to check in. I know, was it last week I did a live stream, and a lot of you said, like, oh my god, Cassie, you are on drugs, you're this, you're that, you're having a breakdown, blah, 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 just because I was really happy. Like, that's so messed up to me. Like, so either A, me being super depressed and not excitable became my normal, and that's how people view me. Or else, is there an alternative? I don't know. I mean, I guess just that those people see happiness as mental illness. Like, I guess I've always been a very excitable, dramatic person, especially with the things that I love. Like, it's OCD. Like, it's very much a huge part of me, you know, be it dermatillomania, that being an OCD disorder, or on the OCD spectrum type of a thing, you know, me having actual OCD symptoms. Like, I think that leaks into the fact that, like, when I love something, I'm obsessed with it. Like, I really, really love it. And so, you know, when I do something like watch a trailer for an anime, a new season coming out, I get really freaking excited because, like, it runs really deep in me. And so even, you know, the good things and the bad things, they run really, really deep. It sucks, but, you know, I just have been trying lately to put more happiness out into the world, not only for myself, but also for others. Like, I think we all need more happiness in the world because there's a lot of freaking depressing stuff going on, and I don't need to add to that, you know? And so it makes me feel guilty even making a video like this where I'm just sitting down and talking, because I always end up having the feeling in my head that, oh my god, I could be doing something so much more, like, this is so you know, like, there's something else I could tell you, but, like, why is it in my brain I think that telling you guys about a foundation or showing you the latest lipsticks and mascaras is somehow more important than me just sitting down and having a mental health check-in? I don't know where that stems from. Actually, now that I'm saying it out loud, I do. It's a lack of self-worth, but I'm working on it. And, you know, I think the fact that I haven't cried yet in this video, especially around the worth portion, because I do have a really hard time with worth, self-worth anyways, the fact that I can talk about it right now and I am not spilling tears, that's huge, because even though in my brain I still don't have a great self-worth, you know, like, I focus more on what I haven't accomplished in life more than what I have accomplished and what I do have. I focus on the have-nots and the non-successes. There was a train of thought here. There really, I promise, there was. Either way, I've been working on feeling worthy. Yeah, and so the fact that I can even talk about worth, and even though in my brain I don't feel 100% worthy of things. This makes no sense when I say it out loud, but in my brain it is so crystal clear, and it's like, yeah, Cassie, nice job, but trying to articulate it, I'm struggling here. Before, self-worth basically had none, so when talking about self-worth, just sobbing, but now self-worth, still don't have a lot of it, but, like, I'm working on getting some of it. I think just having that little bit of positivity and, like, glimmer of hope and light at the end of the tunnel, like, I can get there, I think that is huge, right? And it's, I believe it. I actually believe it when I say that I have hope for myself in finding my worth. Because I think in past videos when I've said things similar to that, it's like, I'm saying it in the hopes of being able to embody that truth, but I didn't believe it yet. But now I think I'm in a place where I do believe that I can get there, and that I'm here more for the journey rather than the destination, which I know that is so cliche and overused and everything, but, like, I guess I've been focusing more on intangible wants. Intangible in terms of not materialistic things. How about that? I've been focused more on, you know, I want to help others and also animals. So, like, volunteering at an animal shelter. Check. Here I am. It's been really exciting and it makes me happy and I get to help. I want to make my YouTube channel better for you guys, make it more enjoyable, you know, whatever, but that's not like a tangible thing. It's not like the thing that I'm wanting. I want 1 million subscribers. That I don't think is ever gonna happen, and that's okay. It's more, I want my viewers to enjoy the videos that I make, and I want to also enjoy making them. So like, let's go. Let's clean up shop and make a new shop, you know? I'm moving soon. Like, good job, self. That'll be a good investment. Good things will come, right? You know, I hope so, but I won't know until I try. And even like what is this video though? I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I really am. I'm just checking in. I don't think there's any point other than saying hi. How you doing? Here's what I've been up to, or here's how I've been feeling, I guess. I think overall though, the message is I'm getting there. And that's okay. I think it's okay to not have a concrete, like, this is exactly how I'm doing and this is exactly what I'm gonna do in the future and this is exact. No. Like, this is where I'm at, this is what I'm thinking might happen, and this is what I'm hoping to do. It feels good, you guys. Like, for the first time in a long time, it feels pretty okay to like be where I am and who I am. And I feel like I can wear a t-shirt even though there is a chance that I might make arm gestures and somehow you're gonna see the back of my arm. And I'm okay with it. Like, I don't feel like I need to wear a sweatshirt or a long sleeve shirt in the middle of summer. Because I'm finally okay with not being okay. Does that make sense? Like, so it's not even, I'm not okay. I'm actually okay, even though I'm not perfect or on the road to perfection or whatever, like, I'm okay. And that feels really nice. Isn't it nice to like cry over good things rather than bad things? Like that feels pretty good. Like, I guess I'm just in a place where I'm very grateful for where I'm at, you know, like for what health I do have, for what family and friends I do have, for the things I have, for the opportunities I have, and for the opportunities that I'm making. It's really exciting and it feels really good, and it's been a really freaking hard road, journey, whatever, but shoot, guys. Ugh, this middle ground that I have found feels so empowering. I don't know, it feels really good to be mediocre, but to be in that middle space, you know? Like, I'm not at a rock bottom, but I'm also not at a tip-top point. You know, I'm somewhere in between, and something about that feels really good to me. And I think before, that was so, like, not... I hated being in the gray. I liked the black and white. But right now, being in the gray, I feel like I have so much room to go either way, and I'm not, for once, scared of that. Like, I'm not scared about the fact that I could slip further into my dermatillomania. Like, instead of just the one arm, I could have it on both my arms. And that could happen, you know? And it's not gonna be the end of the world if that does happen. I don't know that that's, like, helpful to anybody or is something that anyone else needs to hear, but, like, I think I wanted to hear that, you know, when I did my last check-in about my dermatillomania and stuff, I think I wanted to hear from my future self, or to be able to like see my future self and see that someday you're gonna keep working hard and you're gonna get to a point where you're accepting of your flaws and your good bits. What's the opposite of flaws? Would that be perfections? But I'm not perfect, so like that's not the right word that I'm looking for. But you know, like your good points, your bad points, your good points. And before, I really was more of the mindset and, you know, whatever else, where I would see a good point in me, but then it would be overcome by like, okay, so, oh, Cassie, you're having a good hair day. Yeah, well, you usually have bad hair days, and also you're ugly. Well, shoot. Like, I guess, you know, I'm not really focusing on the good stuff. At least at that point I wasn't. But like, where I'm at right now, I am able to be like, hey! Come on, Cassie, you can think of a positive. You've got nice eyelashes. Yeah? You can be happy about the eyelashes that you were given in life. And then I can just be like, yep, and move on. I don't have to sit there and tell myself, yeah, well, they could be better if they were a little thicker, but then, you know, this part of your face takes away from that, and like, nope. Nope. You know, and also, on the opposite of that, I can look at something like my dermatillomania and be like, well, that's a bad thing. And instead of saying, well, that's a bad thing, and then trying to make myself feel better, either A, with more picking, you know, that stress reliever, or making, it sounds so messed up, but like making myself feel better with more self-loathing, like, oh yeah, not only dermatillomania, but also your toe's weird. I've got a weird toe. Everyone, I think, has a weird toe. And something about saying like all these negative things about me would somehow end up soothing me. I don't know what that is. I really don't. It's like when we're in a dark place, we really celebrate being in that dark place. I guess. I don't know. I really don't. But then being in a good place, it's like I can look at the bad thing and be like, okay, yep, that's a bad thing, but it's a part of me and it is what it is. Like, we can work on it. And that's all we can do, and that's not a bad thing. Like, just because we can't achieve perfection doesn't mean it's not worth trying. And not even trying for perfection, but just trying to be better. You know, there's no reason to not think that that's not enough. I think I'm mostly in a state of shock right now, because I think going into this video, I thought I was going to sit here and just be like a weeping mess like I usually am in these videos, and just like, well, things aren't getting better, but like, I'm walking out of this feeling really like empowered, like, yeah, I got this. And so I hope someone else can look at it and be like, I got this too, whether you're in a better or worse place than me or the same place as me. I just hope maybe I can give off that feeling of, you got this. We're not alone. As easy as it can feel like we are alone as humans and individuals, we're not. You know, even when we are, you know, actually physically like I am right now alone, you know, like there's not another human here in my apartment with me. Across the hall there is. Down the hall that way there is. Outside, somewhere out there, there's another human. You know, like we're not. And this is me extending my hand out, saying that I'm here with you, even if it is just in a virtual video sense here on the internet. I mean it whenever I say it at the end of my videos. I really hope that everyone out there, I mean, I know it's not possible that everyone out there is doing well, but I hope that as many people as possible watching this video of mine are doing as well as they can. I'll see you guys in a normal video very soon. Let me know if you want me to do more of these, just like, what is it called? Stream of conscious. I came up with train, I came up with trail. Don't know that there's any other TRAI 5-letter words that would work there, but stream of consciousness. Let me know if you want any more of these, and I can do them. I can't promise they're gonna be entertaining or anything, but hey, I mean, I guess if you, for those of you who do want a checkup from me, a mental health or just personal checkup or whatever, I don't know. Let me know if you want these. Thank you all for listening to this probably very impossibly, stupidly long and pointless video. Cassie, you're putting yourself down. Let me start again. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it or took something away from it. Or if anything, you just had a good time, had me on in the background, didn't really pay attention. Cassie, you're putting yourself down. Do we see? It's the awareness. It's the awareness. We're getting there. We're trying. I hope you guys enjoyed this video in some way or another. I hope you all are doing very well. And until next time, stay well until then. I virtual hugs. All right.